Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a minute since I put out a video. Been super busy. We got a lot of stuff going on at the arcade right now. Currently, the biggest thing, we're switching from one pizza vendor to another. It's be a lot better. Better tasting pie, a lot more options. But anyway, I've been trying to fight with get all that ready so we get a smooth transition. That's actually going to be starting this week. Probably not going to post this video this week, so it will have started by the time this video gets posted. New project I just picked up. A guy called. He had an NBA Jam cabinet. Wanted it stupid cheap. Had an EOGO in it. I didn't need it for the NBA Jam. We got a couple of them, but you never turn down a good cabinet, right? So that's actually probably going to wind up running a Tato Type 2 with Street Fighter 4 Super. I think that'd be a good candidate for it. We also, when I went over there, he's like, "Hey, I'm moving. I got this other stuff." This guy I know, he's got a Super Mario wide body. Wasn't in bad shape, great price. But anyways, he had a Super Mario wide body. Definitely wanted to put that at the new location. It's a classic. And you don't see the wide bodies too often. You see a lot of conversions, Donkey Kong converted to Mario or whatever. But the wide bodies, you don't come across them every day, so I snagged it. But I'd actually sold him this a while back before I even opened the arcade. This was probably the fourth pinball I ever bought, with Shaq Attaq. If y'all know me, y'all know that I love Gottlieb System 3s. Gottlieb System 3. Shaq Attaq gets a lot of hate from collectors. I'll say that. Collectors and purists give Shaq Attaq a hard time. We have one on the floor out here way back. People stinking love it. They play it all the time. You got to think, guys, we're in Louisiana, right? Home of LSU, where Shaquille O'Neal started. Louisiana doesn't forget much. So Shaq Attaq's one here. It gets a lot of play. This one was my original one, and it's a little rough for wear. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's been sitting in an unclimate controlled shed, basically. So it's got a little bit of rust, a little bit of paint damage. I've been forgetting, as you can tell, to make a new video. I get busy. Sorry. I get busy. I start a project. I won't stop until I finish it. Just how I am. So I never pull out a camera or think about it. So I've done a little bit. But, we still got a long ways to go. So let me show you some of that. All right, so here we go. One thing I did do, I didn't do back in the day, but I did it this time. I had the bars where you could put across the coin door. A lot of these old games, the route guys, they didn't completely trust their locks or whatever. And for good reason. You can see on this one, somebody has already, at some point in its history, got a crowbar and tried to pull it off. But anyway, I took the brackets off, wood filled them, did some touch-up paint. Looks really good on this side. You can't tell where it was. I've got a new coin door that I think will fit this. But if not, we'll figure something out. But I want to change that coin door for the damage. I did some touch-up painting on the side. This one's not too bad. The other side's pretty rough. Like I said, I did some touch-up paint already. Clear coated it so it won't get any worse. I've already cleaned out the bottom from, bugs, dirt, all the good crap. This was actually a set of plastics I ordered back when I had it, because when I got it, the plastics were all sort of crap. You get to see our end of stroke switches. They're not in the best shape. So we're going to do got a flipper rebuild kit from Marco's. Most of our parts. Got some more over there. We'll change out the plunger. This plunger was never the right size. Needs new springs. Legs are rusted. Bolts are rusted. So I got new shiny legs. new shiny leg levelers. So the mech for the mini flipper on the left side is giving me problems, I noticed. So I'm going to change the dual stroke flipper button pins, leafs. We'll go ahead and put new ones. Just like with most System 3s, side rails are rusted to crap and back. Gottlieb did cheap out on that. Usually I'll sand them down and all that good stuff and clean them up, but I just don't have the patience for stuff like that anymore. So I actually just went ahead and bought new rails. Back glass, it was new old stock. I actually ordered, oh man, it's probably been 10 years ago now. Todd Tucky at TNT Amusements had some in stock, so I got that from him. The back glass looks good. One thing I never cared for on Shaq Attaq, all right, it's basketball theme. There's a lot of orange. The DMD itself is orange. So why didn't they just leave that? Instead, what they did is they put a red translucent paint on this plastic, and so the DMD looked red instead of orange. Well, matter of fact, it's just like this. Which is kind of dumb, because it's a basketball thing. Basketballs are orange. Why not leave it orange? So what I do is I'll tape it off on the back with a clear packing tape, except for where that is. And you can put some citrus strip on it and get that red paint off. And instead of a red marquee, you get an orange. That makes much more sense, right? Doesn't that look better than red? When I got this thing, it had water damage initially. And this backboard that has all the lights on it was completely like warped and mildewed with black mildew. So I actually took it off, set it on a new piece of wood, and I traced out every one of these bub holes, as Tucky says. And I made a new one out of a good 1/2-inch birch plywood, and I transferred all the wires back to it. And so, yeah, never again will I have that problem. You can see it has some water damage on the sticker. But this thing had apparently got rained on at some point in its life. I had replaced the MPU and CPU with Rotten Dogs back in the day. I actually have a new brand power supply coming, soundboard coming. Everything but the speech board in here will be brand new. These are working, but this one's going to the house, so I kind of like to bulletproof them as much as I can. If I can get this back in one-handed. There we go, success. I've got one scoreboard out. I'm gonna try to get that working again. But all in all, the playfield's in pretty decent shape, right? It's very dirty. It hadn't been cleaned since I had it, and I haven't had it in about 6 years. What else? Busted flipper that he never fixed. The mini flippers, they're just as old. So we got new Gottlieb main flippers and new 2-inch mini flips to put on. The LEDs that I put on back then, this was one of the first games I got. Like I said, this was probably, heck, I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago, something like that. And I didn't know what I know now then. So I've got like the budget clearance LEDs that were put in here. And that's still what's in here. Like, this guy didn't do anything. But I'd find the guy on Pinside. A bunch of these plastics were missing, busted. So I'd replace that back in the day. But anyway, yeah, Shaq Attaq. Whenever we finish this up, this will It'll be one of the nicest Shaq Attacks that anybody's bothered taking the time to put together. Is it because I love basketball? No. Is it because I love Shaquille O'Neal? No. Really, just because it's a fun game. You get multi-ball a lot, like almost right off the bat. Sometimes it starts you with multi-ball. You got your little mini ramp here. The reason for the dome is it goes airborne, so they don't want it smacking the glass. With the basketball goal, we'll go back and forth. We'll start a game and show you. So tell me that isn't a cool shot. I don't care who you are. That's a cool shot. Yeah, you hit the little mini ramp, try to get it into the basketball goal. The blue floor for the court will spin and throw your ball randomly. You got a bank of drop targets back there that you have to hit in sequential order, random order. You got you a spinner back there. There's all kind of if I remember right, this was like a random secret thing. So like you hit the right switch at the right time, it'll light one of these up or something. So that's like super secret bonus. It's really a good game. Does it have the best artwork? No. Is it a monster bash? No. Is it fun? Yeah. So I don't know why it gets hate that it does. Anyway, guys, I'll keep y'all updated with it. All right, guys. So we strip this thing down pretty good. Yeah, it's as good as I plan on doing it. We're gonna change out the flippers. You see all the old rotten dust. We'll clean this up real good. Yeah, replace our bulbs and all that good stuff. New rubbers, new bulbs. Definitely needs a wax, and you can see it's starting to crack. Replace the rails. We're gonna replace the buttons, the switches, the old busted coin door. I actually was able to find down there Gottlieb System 3. Nice, pretty new coin door, new rails, new legs. So yeah, this will be it'll take a little while. The hunt continues for some of the plastics that were broken. So some of these were just gone. There's like a clear piece here that keeps the ball from sitting on top of the other plastics when you're making the basket shot. It's gone. But anyway, so luckily I do have another Shaq Attaq here. I could probably just make a new clear piece out of Lexan, no problem. But the colored plastics may be a problem. I do have some like spare pieces. We'll see if I can't find them, I'll piece some together. One fun thing, so on the mini flippers, you can see there some goober put Loctite in the screw holes. So that one came out all right, but of course that one broke in there. Why some goober put stinking Loctite on a plastic cap part that's supposed to be changed regularly is beyond me. But nobody blamed the route guys back in the day of doing things the right way or the smart way. All they did was care about getting more quarters in that week. But we don't care about that. We like the games. We like to play them. We like to have them looking right. As you can see, man, this thing is filthy. But anyway, I even had some bulbs missing, some flashers. When I got this thing way back when I first started out, I had no clue what I was doing. I was scared to take a playfield apart down the part, wood basically, but not anymore. Luckily, all the main components are there, functional. So this one flipper wasn't working. We'll put a rebuild on that. Get your multi-ball lock. And we got some flaking, so hopefully we can save that before it gets to the point of just coming absolutely free of the wood. Rough. But it won't be rough when we're finished. Alright guys, so it's been a while. Sorry, I got caught up with a lot of stuff. Shaq Attaq wound up getting postponed for a little while. We tried to get a few things ready here in the back. I'll show you all that in a minute. But anyway, Shaq Attaq, I think it's finally finished. Time for an update. Literally just got through with it. Hands are still all dirty. Let's see what we got. All right, there it is in all its shiny new glory. So what all do we do? New coin door, new to me. I refurbished this one. New legs, new bolts, new leg levelers. Touched up the playfield art, cabinet art. Took that old funky red clear coat that comes on these off because, basketball. Why not have it orange like a basketball? New 2 SMD LEDs in the back box. It was real dark before, now it shines. Playfield's got LEDs, new flashers. I sourced a couple of plastics, like that Slam It was busted up, missing some pieces. Jam It wasn't much better. Cleaned everything up, got it all working right. It's much better. So we replaced the mini flippers. So you can see those. New shafts, new tops, new shafts on the lower flippers. If you remember, that one was busted in half. But yeah, so it took a little while, but we got the decal for the basketball on the back. The scoreboard LEDs were all jacked up and funky. We got those repaired. So yeah, she's good to go. Probably replace these cards. Something I usually do when I put one in the house. But yeah, everything works as it should. The blinding light show. Kind of hard to play one-handed, but I'm not going to give a play to video here. Yeah. So, yeah, we're working. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. And I'll try to not be so long cranking out these videos for y'all. Sometimes I get distracted and just go to work. But, oh yeah, new shiny side rails too. System 3s are notorious for rusting. But it's as close to new as I could get an old Shaq. Doesn't have a lot of love for this game, but I've always enjoyed it. This was probably the third one I ever bought. Wound up getting it back. New plungers, new anything I could. Cleaned up all the silver switches that are notorious on Gottlieb for not making contact. Everything's looking and playing how it should. New shiny glass. love new glass. You can't even tell it's there. Anyway, guys, until the next one, y'all take care.
This is how I go from Shaquille to Shakur. Get it?